Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Should we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today on this Sunday? I was going to say evening. It's not the evening. It's only the afternoon. Well, we'll be heading over to Happy Home Paradise in a couple of minutes. Well, not really a couple, more like 10 to 15 minutes to do a new customization. Maybe we'll do the restaurant today. I'm not particularly sure. I feel like we should because we need to get round to it, and it's going to be otherwise, we are going to have access to two facilities we could create, at which point we're just sort of like, we should have done the restaurant before we get access to, I think the next one's a hospital, if I recall. There's a hospital and there's a clothing shop, if I recall, or maybe it's just a general store, I can't really recall, but anyway. Hello everyone, right now in Fawnhollow, it's 2:59 PM on Sunday, December 12th, 2021. No need to speak of today, so we'll go about our usual business as per usual. I actually do have stuff to talk about, but it's not stuff I'm going to talk about in this episode because this is a Happy Home Paradise episode rather than just a casual vibe out episode. Because I've recently, with a group of friends, we finished watching Arcane, the League of Legends Netflix series, as well as Squid Game, and I know I'm quite late to what's it? I'm late to the boat. Wait, that's not a phrase. What's the phrase? I'm late to the party. There we go. In both those regards. But honestly, all I can say, fantastic. Oh, Wardow. My good friend dear, congratulations on 20 clients. I'm sending you a gift. It's a Paradise Planning phone case. Use that DIY workbench to put it on your Nook phone. Now, we all match. Aww, that's so cute. Tank, is this a new letter? I feel like I don't recognise this. You're doing so much good for me, so I wrote this letter to tell you how much I appreciate you, dear. You challenged me and I'm looking forward to our continued rivalry. Always pumped, Tank. Oh yeah, I did read that thing a while back about the newest villager not moving out. So I'm not actually sure what we're going to do about the fact that Tank is never going to move out. I mean, possibly what we should do is next time we have a campsite villager, we should just force him to move in instead. But I think at some point, maybe I should just get amiibo cards to get Fauna, because the chance of me getting Fauna anymore now essentially farming Nook points is now pointless because I can't get Tank to ever move out, which seems strange, but they put that sort of restriction in. I understand why they don't want the newest villager to move out, but the fact it would be a permanent thing for such a long time is very strange to me. But you know how Nintendo is sometimes with their decisions. I can see why you did it, so you know the idea is you have like a rotating set of villagers or whatever and all that good stuff, but it's like you kind of don't need to do it anymore with Happy Home Paradise. Now I can just have my 10 favourites, I suppose, on my actual villager. On my actual, not village, island. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, but have watched Arcane, have watched Squid Game. I will talk about those, not in this episode, I will probably talk about it in tomorrow's episode maybe? I'm not really sure exactly when I'm going to go about and do those things. But I've thoroughly enjoyed them. And to be honest, quite often I'm late to the party and watching or consuming any of these sort of media things. Like I say all the time, there's so many movies out there which I haven't watched. I haven't, not even in the sense that like, oh, I don't want to watch them. It's more like, I've talked about it ad nauseum, but I never get a huge amount of motivation to watch movies because I'm like, it's long. I know I'd rather do something else. Like, you name a famous movie, I probably have not watched it. I would give it about 90% odds. I'd say I've watched probably about 10% of popular movies. If it's in a much more modern movie, then I would certainly have watched it. But if it's a much older movie, if it's like older than like 5 to 10 years or so, I probably haven't seen it. I don't really say that like I know I'm treating it as like it's a point of pride. It's not a point of pride necessarily, it's just a point of, well, it's not really a point of shame either, it's just a point of is. In my opinion. It's I'm kind of indifferent to the whole situation because I'm not like a movie buff. I don't have a huge desire to watch movies or anything like this. And I say movies, TV shows as well. And TV shows I'm even less motivated to watch because I'm like, oh, not only do I have to watch like a movie's just like a couple of hours, something at most, and TV shows it's like what? Now I had to watch like many hours spread over loads of different things. This is adorable. I forget exactly how we put this on. Is it on a crafting bench or something? We're not going to put it on because we got to rep the Dear Darling brand. But thank you very much, Woodhow. It's adorable. If I didn't already have such a cute case, then I would use it. But yeah, there's a lot of TV shows and movies I haven't watched. Squid Game was an exception, and Arcane as well. They're both ones where I was just like, hey, I rarely watch TV shows in the first place. Why not check us out now? But this is one I actually like sought out because I was gonna check it out, and then there's like some friends are gonna watch it. Do you want to join? Well, and I was like, I'll join, essentially. And it was all a good fun. It's essentially what I say, they're fantastic shows. If for some reason you haven't seen them and you have the opportunity to, by all means, I highly recommend them because I think they're good. I mean, you probably don't even take my word for it because it's been so world renowned, isn't it? Like Squid Game's like the highest most watched show or something on Netflix ever. I'm not sure what held that title before. I assume Tiger King or something. What is this? Oh, a phone call. Hold on. It was a spam caller. So, of course, blocked and reported. as you do. No, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Hopefully it wasn't, something about movies. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I'd imagine Tiger King was probably the most viewed Netflix series before. I haven't seen Tiger King either, to be honest. I don't really have much of an intention to either. It does not seem like my sort of jam. What is my sort of jam? I'm not really sure what my sort of jam is. Obviously, I like animation. Animated things quite highly, which is why one of the reasons I want to watch Arcane beautiful, by the way. And I don't know what other things I like. to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what I look for in a TV show. I suppose good characterization, if anything. That's kind of something which is hard to get because it's not like you recommend someone a TV. Well, actually, maybe that's not true. I'm trying to think what would be the most most common sort of like reasons for recommending something to someone else. And you know what I'm surprised about is we haven't had a guest in the Roost for quite a few days now. But you'd be like, hey, you should watch a TV show. Why? Because it's super pretty, or why? Because X, Y, Z actress is in it. You should watch this because the story is so good, etc., etc. I don't know. All those sort of things. You know what I should do? I should look up like what's the most top rated movies on IMDb or something. I'll see how many of these I've watched. Top rated movies. I feel like I've done this before. This feels very familiar. I'm not going to do Netflix because I don't even have Netflix, so the only thing I've seen on Netflix is currently Arcane and Squid Game, I think. I'm not sure if I've seen anything else. Not that I can think of. Okay, so Shawshank Redemption. I think I talked about this before. I've seen... Oh, cool. Dear, you got a minute? Sorry, let's have a chat with Brewster first. I've got something for you. Think of it as my way of saying thanks. A siphon. I'll put it in your pocket for you. Sure, thanks, Brewster. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brewster, for continuously serving us coffee every single day. Shawshank Redemption, I talked about this before. I've seen the first half an hour or so of it because, or maybe about an hour. I forget how long a class is. About an hour, if that makes sense. No, maybe 45 minutes makes more sense. Of it, because we watched it, well, part of it once in one of our school classes back in secondary school. I think it was like a PSHE class, which doesn't really make much sense, but I think it was the end of term, so it was, the end of term you always do fun things like quizzes, or you watch a movie, etc, etc, and that was one of the things we did. I thought it was pretty cool, what I saw from it. I don't really remember it all that well. Godfather, part 1, part 2, haven't seen either of them. Dark Knight, I've seen one of the Batmans, but I don't know which one it is. It's the one with Two-Face in it. Like, I remember that much, and he's in like a taxi scene, doesn't he, like a flip a coin or something? I don't really remember much else from it. That's basically all my memory of it. I've seen that one. I have essentially no recollection of it, except I watched it at a friend's birthday party. We were like, he was having a sleepover or something, and we watched it like in bed. 12 Angry Men, haven't seen that. Schindler's List, haven't seen that. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I've seen one of the Lord of the Rings, but I don't know which one. I don't remember. I think I've seen Twin Towers. Is it? No, Two Towers, not Twin Towers. My apologies. I have read the books. I have read all 3 books, though. I would say I probably read them when I was too young. And it was, it ended up being, I don't say it's a slog, but something about like that medieval fantasy sort of, well, I don't know. Is Lord of the Rings medieval fantasy or high fantasy? I'm not really sure, but that sort of medieval fantasy is not exactly my sort of jam, and I don't really know why. Something about it just doesn't interest me as much. But to be fair, I don't think sci-fi interests me as much. Maybe I just don't like stories. I don't know. I'm learning a lot about myself with this sort of thing. Pulp Fiction, I actually have seen, but I don't remember any of it because I watched it. I think it was like a sleepover at someone else's house, and I was very tired, so I kind of slept through most of it. But from what I remember, I actually thought it was pretty cool. But again, I don't really remember it all too well, so it's a little bit here and there. Pulp Fiction, sorry, not Pulp Fiction. Good Bad and Ugly, haven't seen. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I don't think I've seen it. Fight Club, haven't seen. Forrest Gump, seen. First one I've actually properly like watched. Right, no question. I thought Forrest Gump was charming, to be honest. An Edo period merchant outfit. Why wait? Try it on. I also read something about apparently in Animal Crossing when you become good friends with someone. Oh, that actually suits you quite well, to be honest. And the things that they give you will be they tend to give you things which fill up your catalogue. So they tend to give you customizations of like clothings and objects you haven't got, and something like that is what I hear. It's like proportional to how good friends you are, I think. I'm not really sure. Anyway, now we know exactly how the thinking about moving things works. So basically in about 4 or 3 more days, we are going to basically ignore anyone who ever has a thought bubble above their head unless it's Tank. Just to put that theory to the test to see if Tank is the one that can actually move out. Because I did read sources being like, the newest villager can't be asked to leave. But I also read a thing where apparently it was like deactivated, but maybe it's been reactivated in recent patches. I don't really know. But we're going to have a quick trip to Halves Island, and then we're going to go to Happy in Paradise, and we'll have a little look at these sort of things. Inception, not seen. Star Wars, oh, actually, I have seen Star Wars. I tell a story all the time because some of my friends were like, hey, do you want to go see Star Wars Episode 7 with us? And what's it called, like, with Force Awakens? I can't remember. Don't quiz me on Star Wars. I know essentially nothing about Star Wars. At that point, I was, whenever it came out, how many, 5 years ago maybe? I had not seen any, no, that's a lie. I played the Star Wars Lego games because a friend owned them. And I had also seen the Clone Wars, I think? Is that what it is? The animated one? I can't remember any of the characters' names, I'll be perfectly honest, but I watched that movie. But apart from that, I consumed no Star Wars content. Star Wars movies, and I had no idea basically what Star Wars is about. And I watched it and I was like, I can see how people would love it, but I don't think this is exactly the thing for me. No, we should talk to Corner first, and I want to put things away. But it's a thing I've always regretted. I wish what I did before I watched the movies is I wrote down what I thought the plot of Star Wars was before I watched it, because it was so fragmented. Like the sort of ideas I had of what Star Wars possibly could even be, because obviously, you know, I haven't seen it before. I don't really know what it entails. You might be like, where did you get those items? Where did you get that Power Stone and a creepy skeleton from? I donated them to my good friend Rach. In exchange to pay off. Well, basically they wanted more storage space, but they didn't have the bells to pay it off. So I was like, I've got like 9 million bells. I'll give you whatever you need for it. And in return, they gave me some very nice furniture items, which I'll probably use for customization on my island at some point when I get around to it. Which is, I know, at this rate, probably in a year's time. So who knows? The Matrix. I've also seen The Matrix. I watched it on a movie. Not on a movie. Obviously, I watched it as a movie. I watched it on a flight to, maybe it was on a flight to Japan, I can't actually remember, because those flights are quite long, they're like 8 to 11 hours or something. There you are, dear, let's show today who's boss. Alright, I perfected some new DIY recipes. I'll send them by Nick phone again. So, make sure we check out Nico's crafting table as well, just to see what things you require, and unless someone here has a really nice customization idea, we are probably going to do restaurant. Okie dokie. My recipe for some brick island, brick counters and brick pillars are yours. Try them out sometime. When I line up different materials on my workbench, ideas start coming to me like boom, bang, bam. Just wait until you see what I come up with next. I can't wait to see. So who we got here? We got, are you like Pablo or something? Cyrano. And Zavo. You like Stu? Yeah, you are Steve. Okay. Wait, what's that rabbit, the blue rabbit? Oh, that's Hopkins, never mind. Scoot. I did know your name, but I forgot it, to be perfectly honest. Oh, Becky's here though. Mott's, that's right. I can't remember what Becky's design was. Becky has been here so often. Oh, Poppy, adorable. You have like a greenery design or something. But unless these are like, wow, I see the design, I'm like, I have to try that customization. We probably will be doing a restaurant today, I think, because it's about time we do it, just so we have more options or that sort of thing about who to invite round, because we can actually see who's coming and going. Sorry, I have to walk past you. We got Flip, that's right, an ex-Fawnhollow resident. You are, I remember your name, you're like Samson? Broccolo, never mind. We got Blanche, we got Frank over there, so we can just walk. Wait, no, we haven't done Blanche's customization. No, yeah, I got Blanche confused with Gladys there for a second, but we'll do We'll tell Lottie we want to work, and we'll have a bit of a perusal, I suppose, about what they want design-wise, and I suppose I'll close this IMDb thing. So in the top 20, I've seen like 2 of these movies. Yeah, Matrix and Forrest Gump. Hi there, it's good to see you. We are going to first things first, I'm a realist. Something, everybody, something. You know, Iggy Azalea, fancy? Anyone? I'm so fancy. There's a note inside, what does it say? I'm glad my recipes are something I skipped through it because I pressed B by accident. I'm used to handling hard materials, so now I think I'm ready to try using iron nuggets without losing a finger. Oh, I have all my fingers, and I've got chop, chop, chop. And if I miss the spaces in bet, my fingers will surely come off. And if I hit my fingers, the blood will soon come out. But all the same, my flavors came, cause that's what it's all about. And chop, 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 I'm picking up a speed. If I hit my fingers, and my fingers will start to bleed. You remember that? It's sort of like a viral YouTube sensation thing about knife game or whatever. By the way, don't do the knife game. It's very dumb. Well, I mean, I suppose it's too big a risk, I suppose, for not really much gain, except for just, I suppose, the thrill of adrenaline. Which, if that's what you're really looking out for, I feel like there's probably better ways to do it. So, you know, that's my disclaimer. Not advocating for playing a knife game. Don't do things. Be responsible, please. Just in case you thought I was advocating for you to do it, but let us. Thank you for agreeing to help out my event plan. Are you ready to get to work? I'm ready to work, so let's get the whole world working. I believe we can go back to talk to you about facilities. Should we feel like nothing particularly strikes our fancy, but I mean, you'll know yourself from this episode's title exactly which one we're gonna end up going with. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with a restaurant, but something sort of like al fresco, something sort of like au natural seems nice. How do I smell of trees? Construction job site? No, I'm not really feeling those. Classroom with a pool? Nah. Muscle building and a physics. Oh, a choir group, that's right. Well, my pets and plushies. Like, but nothing's quite grabbed me yet. So we'll continue onwards. I suppose we could also do like a really fancy restaurant. I'm not sure if that's quite what I want to do, but it's there as an option. What's better than bread? The wheat it came from. Alright. Fabulous cloth using a loom. Spa. We've already done spa like 3 times, I think. Haven't we? So we're not going to do that. I think we're going to do a restaurant. The clothing one sounds interesting from Blanche. And so does choir group from Becky. But they're not like, I look at them and I'm like, they're groundbreaking. So let's go do a restaurant. We are going to make, I'm not sure what we should call it. They've all been parodies on Fawn, but dear parodies. Something we could do with dough. Do you need something? Let's talk about facilities. So you're going to work on a facility? Which one? Let's make a restaurant. So you want to go make a restaurant? Yes, actually. Okay then, let's head over there. Hopefully we can put 2 floors on this one, unless maybe this is predetermined, the sizing of rooms. Because my idea is to have like a nice, cool like downstairs, and the upstairs could be like an open air cafe, not cafe, but restaurant. Here we are. Can you imagine a cute restaurant for this spot? It's a great location for foot traffic. Well, first things first, we should design on the exterior. Work your magic, dear. We're just going to do the same design that we do all the time. It's, in fact, already remembered our design, which is honestly kind of funny. I think we had a white door, or do we have an orange door? I honestly can't remember. Candy stripe awning, or the yellow stripe awning? I don't know, we'll just go with this. Is this okay for exterior? Yeah, exterior. Let's take care of it inside. And we'll sort of see what sort of vibe we want to go for when we're designing in the interior. I've got some ideas, but nothing solid. Alright, now we've got to get to work on getting the interior ready. There are 2 areas, a dining hall and a kitchen. Oh, okay, so we are forced to do it this way around. Each one has its own requirements, so be sure to press right to look in the order tab. Okay, so I think we will do a fancy, elegant restaurant rather than necessarily, my initial plan of having like an open, what you call it, an open roof restaurant. Oh, we're actually limited in the size. We are going to make it as large as possible. I wonder if we want to start with the kitchen or the dining room. Because the kitchen and dining room can look quite different, I suppose. But I suppose we'll start off by seeing how much space we have in the kitchen area. We of course do want to make it quite big. Methinks. Yeah, we'll make it just basically a huge sort of thing. We'll try and model it around sort of similar ideas to like what I've seen before in other kitchens, but I'm not particularly well versed in these sort of things. Echo, wind, none of these really make sense. So let us just see what furniture items and stuff we have access to. So we're trying to make this upscale, we're trying to make this elegant, we're trying to make this fancy, okay? That's what we're going for. That's what we need to keep in mind when we're designing everything. Everything should be fancy. Everything should be exquisitely elegant. You should go in here and be like, wow, this place is fancy. So obviously we're going to have a lot of recommended items. But first we're going to start with retro restaurant. Oh, retro restaurant would be an interesting idea. I'm not really sure if I'd be able to pull that. What? Monocratic tile wall sounds like it makes the most sense. Oh, we're not making a diner. Exquisite. Ooh, fancy. Ocean horizon. These are interesting ideas. Airplane? Train window. I think we will just... let's just Google, hold on, like Michelin star restaurant kitchen. And we'll see, oh, what's this Google Doodle? Celebrating pho. Fair enough. Michelin star restaurant kitchen. Not kitchen nightmares. I just want to have a sort of look at everything and see what they look like. Everything's very white, clean, a lot of stainless steel, very fashionable, and it's basically huge central workspace and things around the edge. You basically, I assume, can't waste space in the kitchen. So I'm just sort of looking at these things for ideas. Oh, that'd be a really cool idea to have like a sort of a live bar where you prepare things. I'm not sure if any of these make sense apart from white kitchen tile. Like maybe brick could be an interesting idea. And then we can have like a more of a brown and white sort of theme. Oh, not tartan. It doesn't make sense. Terracotta. Is that what? I kind of want to go with a different color scheme because we already have a very sort of orangey and browny color scheme going on with a cafe. I want to change this to perhaps like gold and white as a sort of nice idea. So let's see what flooring we have which could make sense. Restaurant kitchen might just make the most sense. Oh, stone tile, that's so fancy. Cute white. Oh, it's got hearts in it, that's why. I'm actually kind of partial to the stone one because it's so over the top. Moroccan art, that's a little bit too busy in my eyes. Because the stone one's essentially just marble. And not much gets much fancier than that. So wallpapers. Mortar wall? No. White brick. Okay, let's go white brick. We're going with white and gold as our general sort of colour scheme. So that's what we need to keep in mind as we design things. Let's just start off, as always, with recommended items. We'll see exactly what sort of things we want. What counter spaces do we want? Okay, kitchen islands. Can we make this look fancy? What's the fanciest we can make this? Because this looks like a marble surface top. Maybe we should go with its white and black. I'm not really sure, but let's get out all these sort of big table items. What screams posh and fancy? You know, maybe we should stick with white, because white has a sort of like a symbol of cleanliness in a certain degree, which I suppose is kind of what you want in a kitchen, right? So kitchen islands go this way round. I'm not sure how many of these islands we're going to stack up next to each other. Annoyingly, these kitchen stoves can only be silver, which I kind of despise, but... Stack fish containers. Okay, so we'll have storage areas at the back, I think. Label fish. Sakana. That is indeed Sakana. I'm trying to think. Okay, so we have... Why don't we have a storage/freezer section at the back? Yes. Oh, you know what we could do? We could essentially just kind of recreate what we did for meringue. Meringue's initial design. Oh yeah, we could put these simple pillars in as well. Okay, hold on. Because I want this place to feel really open. Why don't we use island counters as our partition wall? And then, hold on. We can use an accent wall as the fridge thing. I know we have access to it. Because I know we've done meringues customization. I know it exists. I just don't know exactly what it's called. But it's like fridge storage thing. Exquisite warm. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that's what we're going to use. Concession stand? No, obviously not that. Oh, is this frozen foods? Yes, because I want to make a freezer. I feel like we can use these as counter spaces, but this should probably not be the back wall. We should probably just use a partition wall here. You know, you don't have to change things up when you don't need to. So we're going to do a similar thing to what we had for meringues thing back here. Is we're going to have basically a storage shed where we put all of these like fresh ingredients. We're going to put shelves of items that they can access. Strangely enough, those shelves of items aren't actually a recommended item that we start off with. I can't remember what section it's in, so it's going to be quite difficult. We definitely want one of these in here somewhere. A gas range, so we can put that down. Those things we can sort out later. Let us find the shelving units. I don't understand what this category is. Bins? We probably want small cardboard boxes. I think I'm not sure we want bins. We might want this. Just things which make sense in a storage unit. A smoker, my word. Iron frame scaffolding. No, we can do better shelves than that. Let's see what we got. Oh, imagine we just put a fountain in the middle of our restaurant. How over the top would that be? Oh, it's a really good thing we did. Whichever one required a load all these statues. I think I must have scrolled past it or something. I didn't actually see. Oh, we certainly want a double refrigerator. I didn't actually see. Oh, we could put like a live, like stage or something. Ooh, fancy. Fancy you. Ooh, where is the storage shelf we need? The iron shelf is also pretty nice because there's a white version which we can put back here, but it's not what I have in mind. Where is it? I must have scrolled past it. There's no way it's in the table or bed section. You know what I'm trying. Oh, here it is. I'm dumb. Restore shelf. Okay. We obviously don't want these kitchen things inside here. We are going to put, not back there. We're going to put this here. I'm not sure how big a thing we want. We also need the thing on rails. The storage thing on rails. Because that really looks good for like, as a, whatchamacallit. As a, what you say? Ah, here we go. A cage cart. Can we put this in this? No, it's too big. That's fine. I wonder how much space we need. Exactly. Should we move? 1, 2? Like maybe move everything over one space? Like this? The more space we have in the kitchen is probably the better, I'd imagine. So we put a storage unit here. We'll put this here, and then we'll just put like a load of boxes here. We'll put this here, we'll put this here. So we're essentially just recreating what we're doing for, or what we did, I suppose, for meringue. Put one of these in here. If in doubt, do this along with the small boxes. We need bottle crate. A chafing dish. I don't even know what that is. And we can figure out exactly the other things we need to put in here later. But what we do is we do this. Probably we want to put this in the corner, because that's a thing which is unlikely to move. We will customize these in a sec. I want to just put all of these down first. I do want to put a pop a clipboard. I'm not sure what we'll put on this. We need something small, which makes sense. Just that would just sort of be chilling on here. I do want to find a clipboard. Maybe one of these boxes. A dessert carrier. I forget where clipboards exactly are. Which would be like a tracking of stock. Here we go. I don't know why you put it over here, but putting it on here looks fantastic, methinks. Oh, of course we'll get a white one. Actually, gold's not going to be an option, of course. So let's do white. To-do list. I didn't mean to rotate this, but it has now been rotated. We'll customize this one. We'll keep it white, probably. Yep. We could put this as yellow. Do I want this the kitchen to be white and yellow? No, I think I want the kitchen to be white and black, if anything. Yeah, I think so. And perhaps red as maybe a tertiary sort of colour, if in a pinch where we're forced to use neither white or black. So do it like this. Let's rotate this like this. We need to put something on here. What would make sense? That's a good question. I'm not particularly sure. Another fish container. This place just specialises in fish, apparently. Do we have a black with grey? We could do red. Red is a bit of a nice splash of colour. A bit of a change up of colour. So I think that's okay. Risk customization. We're going to, of course, keep that white. Oh, let's do organic products. That's we already customized. This will look as fancy as we can. Perhaps red. White, red, and gold. Is that what we're going with? I think so. White, red, gold. White, red, gold. That's what I'm gonna... Oh, you can't customize these. Weird. Okay, so that's good as a storage section. At the back, we're gonna have... the fridge, and I think we're gonna have the washing up stations. Yes? No, and then if in doubt, we can use these counters, those things as counter spaces. So let's see what other sort of like washing up stations. I don't think we particularly need these tables yet. So kitchen dishwasher, a utility sink. Is this the best freezer we have? This should probably be in the storage closet, right? We could put this like here. I think that has to... I don't think we can put things on top of it. But let's put... the dishwasher goes in the corner. Probably. I'm not sure where else you put it. We'll have two fridges. Presumably with different contents in them. One white, one black. We could make... Can you make this red? I'm not sure if I'm super in love with red yet. I feel like perhaps I put a bit too much red in, when really red should be like a branding colour rather than anything else. So white, red and black. I don't like that as black. I'll be perfectly honest. I think honestly this should just be white. And perhaps, yeah, perhaps red is more of a branding colour. Because we're kind of forced to use silver, so we should definitely keep that in mind when we got these things going on. We might at many points be forced to use silver as an option. So we've got the fridge here. Perhaps we just have a load of like counter space back here. I'm trying to think how often they have like fridges, or whether it be sort of rooms. Presumably they keep like things together. So maybe if anything, we should put a fridge over here. And this should be dishwashing space. And then this is where we could put like a dishwashing rack or, I don't know, something else particularly relevant. Ah, you know what? We should put a bin in here somewhere. I guess a garbage can. Like if we have to use silver, I guess we'll continue to use silver. For some reason you can't customize this. That's honestly very strange to me. I'm a little bit surprised. Let's Carpet on a cutting board. We want certainly dish drying rack and dinnerware. Oh, this is customizable. Blue, da ba dee ba da ba. Perhaps the appliances should be blacks, and that gives a bit of a nicer contrast to the white sort of base, white and silver base counters, black appliances on top of the counters. That will hopefully sort of change things up. What else should we put to the left of here? I'm not sure entirely. I'm not sure. What's that? What does that say? Killed your elder? What does that even mean? Do we want to put rugs down? Kitchen mat. If we had do we have a red kitchen mat? We don't really have brown, green, and blue. Red carpet? Okay, perhaps we can use that in our main section. We don't really need to consider ourselves with these things. I don't think we really need any of this kitchen stuff. I don't think it makes sense to really put rugs down in the kitchen. Okay. So where are we going to put cooking things? We can put one here, I think. I think the far wall should just be like supplies and things. So we'll put like the salad bar across here. Even though that doesn't necessarily make much sense to have a salad bar in here, but we would rather have a salad bar in here. We'd rather have them assemble the things in the kitchen. Dessert case can go outside. Frozen drink. I don't think we'd sell frozen drinks our area. But honestly, I want the salad bar in the kitchen because I think all assembly will be done in the kitchen and then it's brought out to the patrons of a restaurant. We want to have as minimal things outside of the actual dining area as possible because that's where the entertainment, etc., and stuff should go. Kitchen counter. Annoyingly, again, silver. There's not really much we can do about that. Perhaps we put a sink in between here. I'm not sure if it really makes sense to have a sink here, but I also don't work in the service industry, so I don't know. An oven, I'm not really sure what we're going to put. I guess we could put an oven here. Things are a bit awkwardly distanced from each other now. We've got this strange sort of shape here. I'm not really sure what to do with it. But these kitchen islands can be like put back and forth against each other like this. Hold on, maybe more like that. Maybe put another middle, I don't know. Just trying to figure out where they should go. This is at least certainly an interesting layout. I don't know if it's a good layout necessarily. And I will certainly say the light is so bright in here, it's actually quite difficult to see anything. I quite like the yellow sort of vibes. Okay, what other sort of kitchen appliance things do we want to put in? Do we think makes sense? I'm not convinced by any of the other recommended ones, but we've got more than just a recommended things. A floor sign. We should definitely put this down somewhere. Stop, no entry. Slippery. Put it like... It's probably slippery by the sink. Just be a bit careful. Oh, we need a fire extinguisher somewhere. Let's put a fire extinguisher up here, I think. Okay, no, let's... Okay, first things first. Let's have a scroll through all these items and think about what we need. Oh, should we give it... We should give our kitchen staff some seats, right? Are there no seats in the kitchen? I don't know, none of these pictures have seats in them. Oh, that's a really nice looking restaurant, but it's quite similar to our cafe vibe. But, the thing I'm not convinced about is I feel like there's so much empty space right now in our kitchen, which I'm not sure regular kitchens would usually have. Perhaps we should have 4 of these islands. It does give very little space to maneuver about in. Perhaps we put 2 of them together like this. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's just a bit boring putting the same thing 4 times. So perhaps we should alternate colours for some of these. Like what if we made this one black and red? What if we just made this one black? Ooh. This was like the marble one, which I quite liked. So then we have white and black as our sort of accent colours. And then I guess silver over here. It'd be better if we could put more silver things together, I think. But we can't really. So maybe we shouldn't be having red as our accent colour. Perhaps we should be having black as our accent colour. If that's even an option. White and black. Plain white. Okay, maybe we can have a nice sort of pattern. What's the most ornate pattern we have? Dragonflies. It's quite fancy, but none of us really looks like a food packaging sort of pattern, right? Perhaps this one's okay. We are going to have quite a fancy orchestral theme, perhaps. There's no black here, so I guess we'll roll silver. I think will be okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, fire extinguisher. Oh, sorry. It's like punch the thing. I don't know which way around this thing's meant to go. I think it's meant to be double-sided. Oh, what? No, hold on. We can only make a silver. If we can make this a different colour, we could replace some of these things with that. But I think the changing of the colours is fine enough. So let's have a sort of gander through all these sort of things and think about if any of these in particular are things we want to include. Probably not beds, probably not cupboards. Or not cupboards like this, at least. A serving cup could be interesting, but that should probably be in the other room, I think. Just through what I'm imagining. Partitions. We don't really need these partitions, I don't think. At least not in this place. Kitchen stove we got. A clay furnace. The fact we can't customise it kind of rules it out. We've already got a stoneware kitchen, so perhaps it's not even that big a deal. I don't think we want a soppy sink unless we can really customise this to fit nicely in. I'm not convinced by any of those colorations. I don't think we need lamps because we're going to have things blasting down. We could get a radio on, like a small radio. I know about being the other section. That's fine. A freezer we've already got somewhere. Do we have vacuum cleaners in kitchens? Probably. A wood burning stove could be interesting. I'm not sure where we'd put it. We could just put it here. We'll put it there for now. I think it's fine. Oh, like a toilet. What if we got rid of some of this stuff and put like a toilet in the storage closet? We could get rid of this cardboard box. Shift everything across. I don't know. No, we're just not going to give them a toilet. Sorry, workers. You just don't get that sort of luxury. Garbage bins. I feel like we might need another garbage bin. I feel like we're going to have probably more than one garbage bin in this area. But, you know, I don't also really know what working in the kitchen's like. So perhaps I shouldn't try and assume these sort of things. Smoker could be interesting. Can we put this on top of? We can't. But we could put this here. These are just sort of like extra facilities for much more specific things, which could be used. That's probably where we want to put the fire extinguisher as well, over in that corner. And so just put a whole like bee's nest, a bee's hive in here. I kind of really want to just put like a massive fountain in the middle of our next area, but no, we've got to make sure we have room for a piano concert stage. Yeah, I don't think we need any of that stuff. So the housewares are done. Now we need to put smaller things down, like appliances and all that, on top of the tables. So cooking tools. Stylish, natural, stylish is what we're going to go for. This can honestly put black on white. So to give a nice sort of contrast. A knife block. Silver. I'm trying to think what would be so. So perhaps white is assembly, black is a preparation station. I don't know why I made with silver instead of white. Oh, because silver kind of is white. Okay, good enough. An analog kitchen scale, which we'll put silver on. I think we'll put it on the back one over here. I'm not super sure. Rice cooker. a rice cooker seems like something which should go over here. Which will put us straight up black. We could put it on top of a fridge. Oh. I thought we could put things on top of a fridge. Am I losing my mind? I mean, maybe we can't put it on top of those fridges. What? We could put things on there. That's probably... Let's put a saucepan on there instead of what we're trying to have a moment. The microwave is quite large. We want all these large appliances over on the side. I actually think these should be white, to be perfectly honest, over here. Because we already have the black of these appliances over here, giving a sort of contrast already. So we put it as white here. That feels a little bit better to me. A deep fryer. We're probably not going to serve deep fry food, so we probably don't need to worry about that. I don't know what a chafing dish is. Oh, I see. Tteokbokki, penne, pilaf. Let's do what looks fancier. Cold entree, capri salad, terrine. I don't know what terrine is, but that looks very fancy. So this is the assembly station. This is the prep station, I suppose. Let's get a frying pan, a cast iron frying pan. Pasta ratatouille, but a peasant's dish. Failed attempt. Let's quote the movie Ratatouille. Ratatouille? But that's a peasant's dish. Are you sure you want to make this? Evan Remy goes, nod, nod, nod. Ratatouille, very quotable movie. We're not going to have shaved ice. A soup kettle. I guess that makes sense. Corn soup, cream stew. Minestrone, borscht, green curry, hot and sour, congee. Let's do... minestrone. It's not going to go there. That's going to probably on the prep station, assembly station. Things, of course, already looking quite busy, which is fine. We got cans and things. We probably want to put over here. Okay, let's get rid of this fish container for some cans. Because that feels pretty reasonable to have over here. On the assembly station over here. A revolving spice rack. This feels like something which should be in the restaurant area. Extravagant meal. Omaraisu. Tantamen. Why are these all like pasta dishes? Whoa, that looks cool as heck. Okay, what other small items do we want to put down? This is what we're going to be glancing at, and I'm going to have a sip of water. Stay hydrated. Lest my throat get too sore. Ooh, a stand mixer, yes. A carp on a chopping board makes sense as well. Black, yellow, red. I guess now we're kind of going with yellow. We're going back to the golden. Whatchamacallits? The golden. Changing that to cream seed to fit the things better because it was a bit too bright red, I thought. But the golden accents. So perhaps we should change this as well. To a pizza? No. Pasta. Because even though ratatouille certainly sounds like something fancy you'd get in a restaurant, it unfortunately is a little bit... you know what? Let's move this over here. It'd probably be on the prep station, not the assembly station, so let's make this white again if we can. Oh, that's not an option. I guess ivory? I actually have a kitchen scale just like that, to be honest. But we no longer have red as our accent, but we have white, I suppose, as our gold as our accents again. A sort of yellow colour. We're not going to have a deep fry. I don't think we'll be serving deep fried meals. I'm just trying to look for some like assembly looking items. I'm not sure what that would really entail, to be honest. Finished food? No, because we want to put all the food in the actual restaurant area, don't we? It'd be nice to have like one of those mixers, like the alcohol mixer. We should put a radio somewhere. Portable radio. Cassette player. I'm trying to think what they'd have in a kitchen. Maybe an upright speaker. It is meant to be quite modern, what we've got going on. Now, where can we put this? And that seems like a stupid place to put it. I I kind of wanted to put it on the fridge, but you can't. So maybe we just don't. We just work in pure silence? That sounds a bit sad. I feel like we'd certainly have a radio. I'm shocked we can't put it on any of these things. Shocked, I say. We could put a stand mixer here. Actually, I'm not sure if I want this radio. Maybe I do want the upright speaker. We'll put it here. We could decide exactly what tunes we want it to play as well in a sec. But we just need one more sort of like, not utensil, but thing to put on here. And I think our kitchen will be mostly done. We'll just need to start polishing some things. Okay, what makes sense to put in like an assembly station? Nothing's really jumping out to me, so we could just not put another thing. We could just put this in the center in an effort to make it look a little less crowded, but I don't really think that does a good job at making it less crowded. So I think we'll put one food item, one like completed looking meal, like a mushroom potage. It'd be nice if we had something on a black dish to make it jump out more. Sushi, I don't know, we're not a sushi restaurant though. Maybe a mushroom potage is it's not as good as we're going to get, but it's pretty decent. We could put an air fryer down. Not an air fryer, a deep fryer. Maybe this restaurant, you know, it has its chips options for young kids. You don't want anything else except for like burgers and chips. So we'll do this. I kind of want to put some kitchen mats down in the center area to like discourage, you know, slippage and that sort of thing. So we might put the brown one down because that's kind of the closest we got to a yellow for a kitchen mat. I suppose we could put a yellow striped rug down. What the heck? Did I? Oh, it didn't sort by colours. This yellow, of course, goes alphabetically. Oh, we have a yellow design kitchen mat. I don't really know where kitchen mats go in a kitchen, I'll be perfectly honest. Is it fine to put it down like just like here? I'm not really sure. But I'm going to put it here because in my mind these are like anti-slip things. You don't want to be slipping around on a kitchen, so we got this sort of designating a work area. I think that's okay. I think firstly I definitely want to put some speakers on. They'll probably be playing KK hip hop, KK synth, rock and KK. I'm trying to think what KK house, KK soul. Okay, that seems good. Let us polish things. So we're gonna polish this thing. Okay, let's polish anything which should be drip drip, I think, for now. Anything else wet? The fish is wet. The fish is very nervous. Oh yeah, well hold on. We didn't even finish putting down pots. We could put a mushroom potage over here actually. Put mushroom potage over here, and we'll put like some sort of pot or pan. Pots and pans. It's whoa. Oh, you know what? Let's put a revolving spice rack on this. Get rid of this mushroom potage. Put it over here because actually we could just make it silver. This is the one place where having the brown sort of spice rack actually makes sense. I need another pot or pan. Just a big wok, I suppose. Mapo tofu, very delicious fried rice. Babao cai. Stir-fried peppers. Fried rice is probably the most golden over here, so that's what we're going to do. Although, this does look a bit more like a seafood dish, so perhaps that's what we're going to roll with. We're still polishing things. What else? Anything else should be wet? /dripping? No, I don't think so. Okay, some things are certainly should be cold or steaming. What should be steaming? Maybe you should be steaming. No, but rice should be steaming. You should be steaming. You should be steaming, maybe? You should be steaming. Maybe you should be steaming a lot more. You are like a smoke fire or something, right? That kind of just makes it seem like it's on fire, which is not exactly what I'm going for. We can certainly make that look like it's steaming. I think we kind of want to make the food look like it's sparkling and delicious, but we have a sort of like utility items we can make steam, so that should be delicious like that. That's how you make a food look delicious. Put these like, what are these called, like fuzzy bubs or something? And since this is like, it's going to be our Michelin 5-star restaurant, everything is going to be fuzzy bubbling to perfection, to an extraordinary degree, because that's how delicious it looks. And Lottie seems to approve, certainly. There's no other food items, so probably either we'll put a light one on top of you two. We'll put quite a heavy one on the freezer. I think that makes sense. The fish should probably be cold as well, so we'll add a little bit to you. Anything else cold around here? We could put a light one on the salad bar, I think. I don't think the salad bar should be completely freezing, but there you go. Should anything be sparkling? That's a good question. Not that I can really think of. Okay, so now we're gonna get decorating on the wall, because I kind of forgot that we needed to put things on the wall, to be perfectly honest. So let's see. A knife rack. Where can we put a knife rack? Here, I guess? I guess stainless steel will be the best we got over here. Put pots and pans. Stainless steel version, please. Over here, I guess. Don't really have many good places. Extraction, ventilation fan. I think this goes in the fridge area. Not actually super sure about that. An iron wall rack. We can put another one here. Just use it to feel like there's more storage space going on in the actual storage room. Wall shelf of bottles does not sound like a bad idea. I wonder if we could slip it in here and it looks quite natural. As long as it doesn't clip too badly. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I can roll with that. I can vibe with it. We probably want a ventilation hood somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where that somewhere is. Probably above the oven. Now I think about it. An air conditioner, a fan, a wall fan. I think makes sense. It probably gets steaming hot inside of them kitchens, I'd imagine, but that's not white. I think I did this yesterday, didn't I? I made it blue and I was like, wait, that's not white. Honestly, the blue looks a little bit nicer than this shade of white. But we're going to roll with it for now. Air conditioner. Oh, you know what? We should put like a service board up here so they can see the orders as they come through. A radiator. I don't think you need a radiator. It's probably really hot in here. I guess an exit sign makes sense. This is an industry area after all. Yeah, I guess we'll have red. I think green is a bit softer though. So it doesn't really make sense. I guess this should be exit. Okay, red exit, that's fine. Surveillance camera, I guess. So like that, we'll put one in the storage as well, just to make sure no one's trying to steal, I don't know, items. A mounted blue marlin? Weird. Not gonna put that down. There's some other stuff we should put down, but I can't remember what they were. Isn't maybe a ventilation hood is a top thing? Like it goes on the ceiling. I don't know why I phrased it like a top thing. That's perhaps not the best way I could have phrased it. I don't think we want these neon lights. Okay. Oh yeah, ventilation hood it is very much a ceiling item, which I did not realise. It is customizable though. Luckily for us, we'll make it bright white. Put it over there. We should certainly move surveillance camera just a little bit. We could put it on this side instead. Let's go spec hanging guide. A ceiling fan, I think makes sense. Let's keep the ventilation. Oh, we can't center it. Or can we? Is that centered? I think that's just because of parallax error. It looks uncentered, but I think that is actually centered above the work area. Maybe? Hold on. Maybe it's not. No, that is centered. Yeah, I think that's centered. Go back into customization mode. Put other things on the ceiling, should we need them. I think we need to put basically a load of lights down, if anything. Ceiling, ceiling, ceiling. Where is the ceiling? Ceiling decor. We'll probably just be putting down the fluorescent lights. I think I do want to put this down. A dual hanging monitor, not the menu, but wait, hold on. Maybe we need a single hanging monitor. I can't. One of these has like orders or something on them, doesn't it? Maybe service numbers is what I was thinking about. So we'll have this over here. Maybe we should make this black actually. Actually, we can put it here, just so they can always see what they're meant to currently be in the process of making. We'll just get a load of lights, I think. Yeah, just a load of lights, to be honest. Maybe even not that many lights. Maybe that's enough. Otherwise, I think it's a little bit busy. Up on the top here. There we go. Kitchen done. I think, and now we actually got to design the dining area, which I'm gonna have to think about. I think I want the left area over here basically to be a sort of a stage for like people to be playing their music, and then we'll have the dining actual area over here, and we'll have like a sort of red carpet reservation thing. I'm gonna take a quick pause, but I'll be back in a second to continue this onwards. And I'm back. Well, to be honest, I suppose I wasn't really gone from your perspective, but my perspective, it was nice, you know, got some water, you know, took a little break, and now I'm back ready to customize this restaurant area that we got going on. So we want something regal, we want something fancy. I suppose we're not going to get much fancier than this. A white European style wall. I mean, we might have fancier. We want something quite a light flooring, don't we? I don't think we want any of these. I think we'll go with our own versions. I'm just looking at these to see if there's anything which particularly strikes our fancy. I'll have a quick sort of glance over the wallpaper to see if there's something I think fits better, but honestly, it's going to be pretty hard to beat this. I think we might want an accent wall, actually. Now I think of it, so we can have like a stage area over here. And I know we've done a very similar thing with whose house design was it? Robin's house design a while back. Honestly, because I think it's a great idea, and I will keep on reusing it as great as it is. I'm really interested if there's a train one. Have people made like a train restaurant? That's actually a really interesting idea. Whoa, that's quite fancy. Perhaps that's what we should go with. What else looks rather fancy? What looks ornate? Exquisite. Maybe not retro, let's be honest. Yeah, okay, I think we'll go with Magic Circle. That's quite funny. We'll go with this. We'll do oh, you know what we need to do? We need to change the entranceway. White? I guess? Oh, red carpet, obviously. We'll do it. I didn't really want this lighting on it, but we'll have that sort of thing on, we are just going to designate area for Sahara's desert. We're going to designate an area for the stage, and then we'll figure out from there exactly what other things we want. So we want, I'm not sure which of these we particularly want for wooden things. Light square tile. I wish. Wait, you know what? I was just like, I wish we could do the floorboards the other way around. I guess we could if we just did it like this, but it doesn't look very good. I wish we had some sort of as I said, accent flooring. We could have natural wood deck. It's not really what I want. Perhaps we want dark wood. Is that okay? I think that's okay. I think this is what we'll roll with for now. Perhaps we'll change our mind. Maybe I want a much brighter wood flooring. I didn't think about this. What if we want white wood flooring? Yeah, you know what? I think we want white. Because, I mean, that's what we're going for. White and gold, generally. It'd be better if we had a bit more of a golden accent wall colour, which, honestly, we might have. We don't have to go with the curtains. And I know I go with the curtains because it gives off, like, a stage and a bigger stage... not impersonation. What's the word? Impression. There we go. And then some of the other things. The other things possibly could, but perhaps this could be okay. Not really. We do have a lacking of certain thematics, so it will make it a little bit harder to potentially choose one. Harmonies could be interesting. Oh, what if we had it like open? Outdoor doesn't make sense. Like something. Not exactly like this, but a meadow vista is perhaps a bit much. That doesn't really make sense. A tropical vista, nah. White wooden panel is different, but a cafe curtain, black European style. No, I think we just run with a curtain. Excuse me. Maybe beige art deco. It'd be nice if we had curtain items that we could put aside. Maybe this is a bit better because I think red doesn't quite necessarily fit. Yeah, we are going with a golden thing, so even our entranceways perhaps shouldn't be red carpet. Maybe it should be like this. I'm not totally sure, but that's what we're going to roll with for now. And we certainly need fancy things to decorate things with. I'm just sort of surprised there's a bit of a limitation here of a dining room of how large things can be. Oh, this is a cute outfit. At some point, we're going to have to think about who we want, particularly in our restaurant as well. But we don't need to think about that yet. A cash register, weird. I wonder why they want a cash register necessarily. Well, obviously, we're going to be having these, and if we can have a bit more of an ornate tablecloth. Golden, probably, is what we're going to go with. Gold and white, and we're going to use... oh, how fancy some of these are. Wine red. If we had a more of a fancier white one, I think it would work, but perhaps plain white is what we'll go with. I do want the checkout counter. I do want... What's the fanciest one you've got? Probably this white one. We're going to do something similar, I suppose, to the cafe thing, where we have a thing up, perhaps up the front is probably, it makes more sense. This seems like something you'd see in a fancy restaurant. You walk in directly and then, what are they called? Maitre d's, I think, is immediately there. But we're going to stick with a fancy thematics, white and gold. What's that song go like? Like black and gold, but white and gold. I can't remember how that song goes. Oh no, black and yellow, isn't it? Or whatever. So we'll have some tables out in front of a stage. I'm not really sure what chair we're going to put with them. We didn't actually look at the chairs. So we got two options: imperial dining chair. Okay, we have one option, and that is antique chair. Looking at the colorations we got. It's not really the fancy sort of chair I had in mind. So this is where we have a glance at the housewares ourselves and see perhaps we have a fancier chair that we've used in previous customizations, which might work. An elegant chair could work. It might be a little bit over the top, I think, but at least this will match. It's so over the top. Let's do it. So we'll do it like this. We'll have another one down here, I think. Trying to think how it should be. Perhaps we could put a red carpet in the middle here. I don't know. Obviously, we do want space and everything around here. Lest it be rather inconvenient to get into any of these seats. Actually, I think these seats you can't even hop into from the side. Which is a little bit silly, but... Okay, and now what? 'Cause I don't think this is going to be big enough to... It's just about big enough to put another one of these big tables here, but it's a bit boring like this, isn't it? I feel like we could be doing something a bit more interesting. We could put in a waiting area, actually, over here. That's probably a better idea. Put in some partitions. There's a terrible seat in my house over here, but what can you do? I suppose we could make it a... Oh, God. Just a solo table. For when you're dining by yourself. Facing a wall makes it seem a little bit sad, so perhaps we should do it this way around. Or maybe we should just do it like this. I do want to put a sort of like waiting area. I don't know how big it should be though. See, this seems too big. I wish we could have a half partition. Yeah, that's certainly too big. Okay, so we're basically forced to do it at this size. But I think we'll put this here. Yeah, I forgot these are windowed partition walls again. Which is not exactly optimal. Ooh, maybe we can use some of these instead. As like a wall. Is that better? It doesn't feel better. I would certainly say put this partition wall over here for now. No, I think it should be like this. If anything, I want this to be like a glass partition, but it's unfortunately not an option. Those are fancy things I've seen in fancy Euro restaurants, which have huge glass partitions. We can't customize the other one, so I guess we'll sort of roll with this coloration. We can make this like a little bit narrower by putting a pillar here. Oh, we need to put waiting seats in. That's a good point. I didn't think about this. Can we put like an... Oh, we have like no room. Okay, you know what? We don't have to put this here. We could move this backwards. And do something like this. I'm trying to think how this works, because then what would go over here? Nothing. What's the point of this? In which case we might as well just do the partition wall the entire way across. Which is not really what I want. Or, we could have it... No, the stage still doesn't make sense like that. Maybe it's fine like this. And we'll put a sofa here. If there's enough room. An elegant sofa. If we still access to that somewhere. A throne is a bit much perhaps, but... I swear we use this elegant sofa customization so many times. We've used it in... Perhaps it's just more indicative of which sort of thematics I prefer to take on. No, if anything, I feel like we should have this here. Sorry about that little bit of a pause as I still try and figure out exactly where I'm putting all these items. I suppose we could put two sofas down like this. That seems a bit strange. Why don't we put a sofa down here and we can put something in the corner instead, just to add a bit of spice and decoration. If anything, we can actually artificially sort of extend the waiting room area by doing this. And then we could put something here. Question is, where exactly is the person at the checkout counter going to be? here, I suppose. How inconvenient is this? What do you think, Lottie? It is a bit of a nuisance. Ugh. I feel like there should be a better way of doing this. And there probably is. There probably is. I just haven't discovered it yet. I think we have to have a little alcove, so I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what could go basically in this area. Either that, or we use it as a partition. The good thing about putting this wall here is now we can do this, I suppose. Perhaps this could be like a waiting area over here. Perhaps we could put a fountain over here. Oh, we don't have a fish tank. Oh, that sucks. I was like, what if we had like a huge fish tank we could put over there? You know, that's quite a common thing you see in these restaurants. These massive, massive fish tanks. But instead, we're going to put a big old fountain. A park fountain. There's no room. You out your mind. Of course there's room. What do you mean? How big is this park fountain? It's not that big, is it? I don't think so. It surely feels like there's enough room. It's like a 3x3. Oh, yeah, hold on. No, that's not a 3x3 space, is it? That's like a 2x2. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you got me there. Let's put this stuff away. I suppose we could shift some of this upwards. There's not quite enough room. Okay, put away these partitions for now. I didn't mean to put away the column as well, but alas, it's gone. Put this in this corner here. Very fancy. Have this here. So it's just enough room to walk in. I could put some waiting room sofas like this. Perhaps put another one here. That might be a bit much, to be perfectly honest. I don't want that facing that way, I want that facing this way. We could do it like this, because we can put a pillar here to help sort of space things out just a bit. Put a pillar at this end, put a pillar at that end. We should probably get rid of the stage underneath it. No longer needs to be there. So we've got a nice little fountain here. We could put the MHD facing this way. I kind of like the idea of it being, of them being here though, and you like walk in and you get greeted immediately. I'm not sure what we should. I feel like we should put something here filling up this space, but I don't know what. What we could put some floor lights down, I suppose. If in doubt, put down floor lights. I forget where the floor lights are. They're much higher up, I think. This is rather difficult. I'm not even sure what we can do with seating arrangement things. Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have probably been using the... Yeah, this, the fancy. The Zodiac set. Can we sort this by set? No, there's only type or alphabetical. Where's Uwe Le Crab table? This one. We can, like, put this here, I suppose. See what other white and gold things we got. White and gold, white and gold, white and gold. Might have a fancy chair we could put down. Cupboard. I forgot what I was looking for again, I'll be perfectly honest. I was looking for a thingamajig, floor lights, wasn't I? These ones. Not sure what colour we want. Perhaps yellow, if that's an option. Which is not really. So I guess I'll go with white. Could put this here and there. That'll look quite fancy and it sort of deters people going in that direction. Pisces lamp, we could put this. Just trying to think. Where it should go. Over here is fine. No, we'll put it in the corner here, and we'll put like plants or something. I think in these corners. Perhaps other fancy things. A Virgo harp. Put over here. We'll have a harp, a piano, and maybe a violin if we've got a bit of room, but I'm not totally convinced we do. So we barely have enough room for the piano, I'll be perfectly honest. We could just put the piano in. Or we could put piano in, or we could put... Oh, why don't we have like a singer here? Ah, like a singer stage. That'd be cool. Like put a microphone down. I wish these floor lights took up slightly less room. We're not going to have enough room to put microphone down. Okay, we can't put these lights down here. That's fine. We'll have to get a piano stool and we have to get a microphone. At some point. It would be sort of like a jazz bar, I suppose, but it's not really a jazz bar. it's not really got a jazz bar vibe, does it? Standing shop sign? Unless this has something particularly fancy, I don't think... This is something you kind of want on the outside. I don't think we really have room for any of these things, so we're not going to put them in. What other nice things can we put down, do you think? Boom, boom, boom. An Aquarius urn. That could be a nice sort of like decoration. In the corner. Something rather fancy. Oh, statues. We don't really have a lot of room. There's not much seating arrangements you can have in this place. You know, it's quite a tight fit, everything. That's why it's so exclusive, you know? That we've only got a 4-seater table or a 2-seater table. We could just not use a 4-seater table. Or we can make it even bigger and make it like a... So we've got a 2-seater table and an 8-seater table. Bit strange, isn't it? If anything, this should be like a private room. Oh, if only we had more room space. Okay, how many 2-seater tables can we put in? Okay, we're gonna... Everything's gonna be a 2-seater table instead. I've decided, because we've got no room. Let's put 4-seater tables in. So do this. We'll do the same sort of trick we use in our cafe, where we do this and we offset everything by 1. Or perhaps we don't want to offset everything by 1. I'll be honest, I actually think it looked better with a 4-seater table. Yeah, I think it honestly looked better with a 4-seater table. Look, now it just looks a bit empty, doesn't it? Okay, well, we'll grab a 4-seater table again. Not a big deal to really bust it out, because it's just like here. We only got to change one thing. Well, let's put it over there, which is not exactly what I had in mind. So yeah, that's just how exclusive this restaurant is. It's so difficult to get in. You had to book months in advance. Because they can only serve 6 people at once. But by Jove, the food is astonishing. Hopefully. Can you even get around it? Is that enough space? We might need a smaller statue. I don't know if you can get around there. I do want to look. Okay, you can't even get around there. Okay, so we're going to have to use a smaller statue than this statue. Statue's unfortunately a little too large. Look at that beautiful statue. There we go. Something like that. Paintings, we can think about that later. Where was microphone? Do we not have access to a microphone? We need to find piano stool as well. That I'm pretty sure we have access to. A piano bench. There we go. Because I've seen it before, is what I was going to say. Actually, is there a white and gold version? Camel. Not really what I had in mind. We could do this. Do we not have access to a microphone? We've never done a customization which had a microphone. I almost find it hard to believe. Well, perhaps it's true. In which case, that makes it quite difficult. We can have an umbrella, like a hat stand, but perhaps that's not fancy enough. Luckily, we don't really need to decorate the outside once we do this, so... yeah, we don't have a microphone. Okay, we'll have to use a music stand. We'll pretend this is like when reading out the musical lyrics, even though that's not really how it works. And then at some point in the future, we can come back round again and put a mic stand in. And we get access to one. Okay. Honestly, we don't have much more room to really put things in. I guess we could put stuff over here. We could put small things. On table, do we want to put a lighted display stand? I don't even know what we put on it. A flashy flower sign? Elegant, ooh. Something like this for like so many years of service. Even though it's only been open for a very short time. I just realised we never put a fire extinguisher in. We'll do an Aries rocking chair. Doesn't really make sense, but maybe the kids love it. And I think we basically don't have any more room to put things in. Like we could put like an archway here maybe. Honestly, I think it's fine. I think we're good. I think we need to now start putting, good for big things. Now we need to start putting small things down on top of these. And I do want to put like do we have like a white and gold? No, it's not quite what I had in mind. Because unfortunately, the golden dishes has to have a red thing underneath. So I think we're just going to ignore that entirely. And instead, we're just going to put a load of fancy food items down. So mushroom potage. We will put down a risotto. A pilaf. I don't even know what pilaf is. I'll be perfectly honest. But it's gone down. What looks decadent? What looks overly... Well, I mean, this is called extravagant meal. It looks like a Japanese themed meal, which is not really what this restaurant is, so it's not, unfortunately, what we can go for. A fancy cocktail, a wine... Unfortunately, we can't have just like a wine glass or something. A Scorpio lamp, we should definitely not put down here, but we'll put down over here. Very illuminated, that area. Candlestick would be nice, but we don't have enough table space for all of that, unfortunately. Oh wait, hold on, we just scrolled past all the items. Oh, we need to put a checkout. Annoyingly, we have to basically put one of these down, despite the fact I don't think a checkout counter fits. But I do believe you can put these down, and then once you come back and customize them, you're not forced to put them down anymore. There's no more requirements. So I'll put that down for now, even though I don't really like it there. I think we'll put a candle. I think we'll just put a candlestick down on this one. Because no one's eating there for now. We'll just put food items down here. If anything, we could perhaps just do it like this. It's not really enough meal. It's not really enough dishes to share between 4 people. I need more food items, which makes sense. Spaghetti carbonara, I guess. Put it down here. We're trying to keep with a white and golden theme, of course. We can't just have spaghetti, can we? Maybe a mushroom pizza? Cookies? Coconut pudding? A mixed fruit tart? I mean, I guess this keeps in a white sort of theme. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, okay, and then I'm not sure. Do we want a different sort of colour of lighting? Yellow? That's a bit strong, isn't it? No, I don't think we'll use this lighting. I think we'll use this sort of yellowy, glowy lighting like this. Let's put some stuff on the walls, and then we'll start decorating all the things. I guess we can actually put this down. This does look rather over the top extravagant. We got to put the decoration down, but it seems to be our signature calling card in all our areas that we've done. Like we put it down in the cafe. We didn't put it down in the school, so maybe next time if we ever go back to the school, we'll put if we go back to school, if we will put some of those things down. What else is quite fancy? Perhaps a glowing painting. That's quite small. A serene painting. There's very fancy artworks all over the place. Is that really all we have access to? Wall decoration wise? A floral sconce. It's quite fancy. I'm not sure where to put it exactly. I guess we'll put one here. We can honestly put them on probably most of the pillars around a place like this. If in doubt, just to sort of light things up a little bit. And it won't look terribly out of place. It would just sort of look like your good old usual lighting fixtures. Perhaps it's a bit too many to put on one wall, so we'll do it like that. Over here, do we want something nice? If we can... Is there a white version? No, there's only black. So we won't do that. Throwback clock. Pendulum clock. None of these clocks really make sense, I don't think. Potted plants. Autograph cards could be interesting. Signature, handprints, illustration, words of wisdom. Comedian's, musician signature. We'll put this like above here. These are like the musicians who come and perform each night. Not really sure where it should go, to be honest. Guess we'll put it down here. Garlands. No, we just want fancy golden gears. Unfortunately, I think the only wall decoration which is actually golden, which doesn't really make sense to me. A crest we can put on the outside. We don't need to put that inside. Perhaps we don't really need much on the wall. I guess the waiting area is not too bad to have items, but honestly, I think that's fine. Let's not overdo it. Let's keep it like this. Ceiling decor, obviously the only thing that really makes sense is having a I wanna swing from the chandelier. Should I put it here? Hopefully it doesn't quite collide with a... It is quite close to the deer thing. Okay, how about we put the chandelier in this area? We should have two chandeliers. Oh, isn't that too much lighting? Oh, it's going to be difficult to center this. Okay, I think I'll put one here, and I think I'll put one here. Just so it feels a bit like extravagant as you walk in. And perhaps we can put some of these milk glass lamps around the side as well. Because these also look kind of fancy. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh, they have the peak of extravagance, but they certainly have a je ne sais quoi to them. That doesn't look centered. 1.5. 1.5. Okay, so it should be like this to be centered, which is unfortunately not centered on my things. We get rid of this one, perhaps. Okay, I think we just get rid of both of them, I'll be honest. It's illuminated enough, let's be quite real. A disco ball. I don't really think it fits our thing, but I can't wait to see how people use that. Vertical split curtains. We could have this in the entranceway. It is very much more of an Asian style restaurant sort of thing, which is not exactly what we're going for. Ooh, we go with spiral chandeliers. What if we put this in the entranceway, like this? Instead of this chandelier can go over here, above a fountain. I don't think it can center itself above a fountain. Annoyingly. Yeah, so what if we... Oh, low battery. Hopefully that's not going to be too big a problem. What if we put one to the side of you here like this? Let's separate them out just a tad bit more. Just get them feeling a little bit fancy. If anything, I do think we should be down one. Like this, maybe. That looks quite fancy. Okay. Do we have anything else hanging from the wall which could be quite fancy? Perhaps we can use these as a sort of like as a sort of backdrop of fanciness. Nope. That looks very bad. I'll personally say myself. Okay, and I think we just need to start polishing things. And then I think we're good. I think most things will be probably just sparkly, to be honest. I think that's what most things should be. That's probably a bit much. Okay, maybe not everything should be sparkly, but everything golden should be sparkly, certainly. I guess the food again will make look super delicious with a fuzzly bubs. It looks positively radiant. It's Michelin star worthy food. And now we also kind of need to think internally. Who do we want as our, like, chefs in each area? I did say Spike had a reasonable shot. I feel like Meringue should definitely be head chef, now I think about it. Seeing as all her thing is to do with, like, kitchen stuff and... Well, I mean, her stuff's actually desserts, but still. And unfortunately with these chairs, you can't actually sit in these chairs, but luckily the villagers, when they come to visit, spawn in these chairs, so we don't need to really worry about that too much. We could put some flutter flaps down. Just trying to see if any of these... We haven't really made use of the other polishing things, so perhaps that's something we should do at some point. Honestly, I think this is good. I think we're done here. Yep. I think we're done. What's up, Lottie? What do you think of our restaurant? How are things going? I'm finished, and now we need to think of a deer pan for a restaurant. So let's decide who will be working here. Hold on. Deer pan restaurant. Chef, apprentice, cashier, employee. Okay, chef. Change member should probably be Meringue. Apprentice. Change member. I kind of like the idea of Spike. Cashier. Oh, Diana's quite fancy. Oh yeah, perhaps we should choose very fancy characters. And we can't choose Olivia again. Frida, I believe, is in the school already, so maybe we should just do Diana? Or Gladys? What about Frank? He's a bit too vibrant, I suppose, with his designs, isn't he? Joey? Having two hippos is a bit strange. And Spike is quite a harsh design, but I suppose he's in the kitchen, so it doesn't actually matter. Perhaps we have Sky as an apprentice? Or have Gladys again as an employee? Yeah, okay. Let's change your outfit. So you're the head chef. Yes, chef. So certainly I think I want you wearing the fanciest overcoat if possible. Well, you don't need to wear that because you're not on the service station. You should be wearing the cook's coat. Unless anything else particularly makes sense. Teal with silicone bit is kind of weird. This is... You're wearing a chef's hat. What is this? I have no idea what that is. I think that's a sushi chef sort of hat. That's fine. If I recall, hippos don't wear glasses particularly well. Yeah, so... Okay, that's good. Apprentice chef. You will have a changed outfit of... You're not going to wear a cook's coat because you're still an apprentice. You're still working. Fast food uniforms doesn't really make sense. An apron's a bit plain. I had a funk, but... Tea uniform, cook. A do-rag. We don't have quite the right colour schemes going on. Maybe chef's outfit's okay. Cafe uniform? It's a bit too bright and vibrant. We need something like fancy, right? That doesn't really make sense. It's not a cafe. A pinafore. Pinafore could work. A Renaissance dress is a bit much. Where is the other chef's outfits? I think they could possibly work. White and black. Yeah, I think that will be fine. We definitely. I think I want you with different headgear on from orang. Something to sort of differentiate the pecking order. I think we'll do the sushi one. Yeah, but it technically doesn't make sense. It does look a bit smaller. So it does look like head chef, apprentice chef. You are cashier, so you're gonna not change member. You need a fancy welcoming outfit. So perhaps you should be wearing like quite a regal looking dress, if anything. I mean, a maid outfit doesn't really make sense. That just kind of looks like a usual outfit. Pinafore, pluck pleated. Kimono. No, I don't want to do the cafe uniform again. I've already used them. I mean, that could be fun. A rubber apron. We don't have many gold outfits in the first place, so perhaps this is what we should roll with. They do basically just wear like suits and stuff and do something, but I feel like the waiter, or waitress I suppose in this case, should be wearing the waistcoat thing. You should be wearing like a blazer and suit, if anything, right? But not a school uniform. Do we not have any other blazer suits, like a tuxedo? Is this just not a thing we've had access to yet? A collarless coat? No, these look far too casual. Okay, maybe we'll have you wear the waistcoat and you'll just wear like this gold one. It kind of looks more like a poker poker sort of thing, isn't it? Headgear. Okay, that makes it look far more like a sort of casino outfit. I'm not feeling it. I'll be honest. But the maid outfits don't even make sense. For the maid gown also doesn't make sense. Dining uniform doesn't make sense. Cafe uniform doesn't make sense. Box skirt? Not really. Maybe we should just go with a cafe outfit again. If we just go for a different coloration, it won't feel as different, as bad. I'm not sure what to go for. Why is a tank top even an option here? Okay, I think we'll just go... I don't want to go with it, necessarily, but... Okay, why don't you wear this one, and we'll give, Oh, did I want to give you glasses? Hold on, maybe I wanted to give you glasses. I feel like someone should wear glasses. Like, rather smart, you might say. We'll give you this, Diana. And, Gladys, yeah, you can keep on wearing that, but perhaps you wear a different outfit. Instead, perhaps, do you wear glasses as well? No. It'd be nice if we had a more fitting hat, I think, to give you, but honestly, I think we'll just roll with it like this. There we go. There's our lineup for our restaurant. Dear in restaurant. Dear restaurant. Okay, let's just see what we can find. Venison specialist. No. Dear pun. Dear puns that are do funny. Stag, deer, Food-related deer-themed wordplay puns. This is so specific. Okay, I'll go cover restaurant stuff. Wait, before we do this, we need to give our new restaurant a new name. If you have any ideas, I want to hear it now. Let's give it a name now. Fondant, Cookie Dough, Starbucks. I swear there was an idea. Hold on, the cafe video, which I thought would be a good name. You know what? I'm gonna go watch that video very quickly, and I'll come back. Okay, I didn't actually find where I talked about it in the video, but I was like, you know, I was looking at Wikipedia article about this. Serviedés sounds like it's posh enough already. Translate it into French, it's Serviedés. And then, you know what served is in French? Servi. So if we make Serviedés, it's like a pun, but also sounds kind of fancy at the same time. Maybe. Or it might sound actually completely stupid in French. I don't know. So servi. And then day. Because I was like, Serviedés kind of sounds like Serviedés or something, but I'm like, I'm not sure if it quite works like that. But luckily in French, you know, just if you want to make things sound, I suppose, fancy, you can just translate it into French. At least that's how my primitive brain works. So Serviedés, I'm using feminine form because, as I now think about, all our staff are female. But normally it's spelled with a C to be like Serviedés, but you know, there we go. Instead, Serviedés. Perhaps it's a bit too big brain pun. You sure? I don't know if I actually want it with a C or not. Hold on. On second thought, maybe we want it with a C, so it's a bit more apparent. I got a name in mind. Hold on. Because if we do it like this, it's at least a little bit more apparent. Oh, but then it just looks like I spelled Serviedés wrong in French. Because this is what Serviedés is in French. According to Google Translate. I'm not fluent in French, so, you know, I've only got GCSE. Probably don't say what... don't hold what I say to much regard for the French language. But this is Serviedés. But then, you know, we'll make it a pun. Why not? We can always change them later. So it's Serviedés. There's one thing doing a pun in English, but doing a pun in a whole other language which you don't even speak, now that's just a recipe for disaster. Which is perfect because we're in a restaurant. Serviedés, yep. Did I spell that right? Yeah. So it's like served combined with Serviedés. Great, we got ourselves a name. Serviedés, of course, being the family of deer. So let's get our staff members in here. Ooh, Serviedés. Glad that's not actually waiting with tables, which, you know, I respect. Oh, look at this. The dining hall. Lovely shot of just the statue, I guess. Not focus on anything else. Good old corridor shot again. I forgot. Corridor shot. Shot on something else. Corridor shot. Dun 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 dun. Do we get to see the kitchen? There's a kitchen. Dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting shot, I guess. At least it's of something, and it's not just of a corridor. But there's no corridors really in this one, so it'd be quite hard pressed to do it this time. A very weird angle, sort of low Dutch angle. Okay, I mean that was a bit of a weird sort of tour video, but we can now close all these tabs I got open about fancy restaurant names and whatever Google Translate in French. Say hello to restaurant staff. I also thought it would be good to bring a few diners along. This place really turned out fantastic. I can't wait to see how well it photographs. And speaking of which, once you're done, tell me if you want to get a celebratory photograph. Okay, first things first, I'm a realist, so jot that down. So we have some visitors. We want to dress up in fancy clothing. To be perfectly honest, they should be over the top. You should look at them and be like, these people look rich. Because that's kind of what we're going for. So why don't you wear a ruffled dress like this with some glass? I just love putting glasses on people, apparently. Ooh, don't like those glasses. Perhaps you should have a head accessory instead. If only we had like I mean, we do have like a big sort of like garden hat, but we don't have access to it because it was not customizable. A tiara? Like a little princess? eating together with your best friend. I can't remember your name, to be perfectly honest. What should you be wearing? Again, something fancy, if at all possible. But if not, then so be it. We could also just dress them up as people in who work here, but we're not going to do that. So Alex, a fancy school. We need a fancy Python print. This is quite fancy. Perhaps this colour fits a bit better. Okay, done with you. You don't need much. Actually, maybe we give you glasses. No, hippos don't wear glasses well. Hippos don't wear glasses well. You, I know you can be chilling here, and you'll just be reading. I suppose we'll put you on this side. I'm trying to think where we want to put everyone. You can wear like the sweater vest thing or the blazer. One of these. Yeah, maybe. Because we don't have access to its tuxedo, so good enough. You're already wearing glasses, so you don't need to wear any more. You can wear... I'm not sure. It's kind of a quick sort of glance because we're nearly at 2 hours now. This is quite a long time to spend, obviously, on this sort of thing. That's fine. You know, sometimes that's just how it goes. Do we want you wearing a hat? You look like a paper boy now. I guess we'll do that. Gladys should probably be over here, waiting everyone. Diana should be here at the entrance. I'm just trying to think where we want the camera shot from. I guess here. So we quickly bust out the camera before Gladys starts moving. Hopefully. Have everyone look in this direction. It's not quite the best angles of this sort of thing. No, we need to be like over here, I think. Luckily all the villagers are staying rather put, to be honest. You can't even see the piano from this angle. Just trying to figure out what the best angle is for this sort of thing. Because I don't want to block down his face like this. I guess we'll have to block out the statue. I think we're going to have to block something. Unless we do it from like this sort of angle, but that just looks terrible. We can move Gladys. Okay, let's instead move Gladys and Jakey. Like this. Put you in this chair. And then we should still be able to see you. From this angle. Yeah, I think we'll roll with this. There we go. How's that? No command mission points for taking a picture, apparently. Which, you know, we don't really need them, but I'll gladly take them. I wonder if at some point you can invite people from Happy in Paradise to your island. What's up? Let's take that photo. Great, let's go outside. We'll take a celebratory photo, not the portfolio photo, of course. 2 hours on this video. What a special video this is. And now, we're gathered here to take a special celebratory photo of Serviedés. Yay! I guess I'll upload this to a portfolio at some point. Thank you very much. With our own restaurant, this little island feels bigger than ever. Cheers to Serviedés. I feel like the sky's the limit for us. Alright, we need to hear from the person in charge of decorating Serviedés. Dear, any words? I'm so happy. Thank you. And last but not least, let's take a celebratory photo. Everyone get ready? Emote. Yeah. I think it came out looking lovely, but what do you think of this photo, dear? It's perfect. Oh, you can't really see Wardell's face. I agree, it's perfect too. That's it for everyone. Safe travels. Now we've opened up Serviedés. We'll have a proper look at it, I think, tomorrow, because this is a 2-hour-long video. It's a little bit long. Good work. Thanks to you, we completed a wonderful restaurant, dear. I hear we're going for some real quality cooking. I will need to check it out sometime. Definitely. I bet it'll be a great place. I know, low battery. For a get together. Let's all go there to try the cuisine one of these days. Anyway, it's payment time. This was a big project, so you've definitely earned all 25,000 pokey. It was certainly quite a big one. Great work all around. I know I can count on this team for the next project too. Which, I believe I said this before, I think is a hospital. Okay, do you want to call it a day? I'm finished. That was certainly long enough for me. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly with a hospital. We might have it as sort of like a care unit. Intensive care unit? I don't know. I've seen some really like interesting designs that people have done. Like some people have done like a horror hospital. I don't really think I want to do that, but you know, we don't need to worry about that for a while. We just need to do people's customizations. Until then, pack of gum standing by. 2 hours long. We thought we made a Serviedés. So we got Fawn Academy, which probably should be renamed. Like we used Fawn twice in Fawn Academy, Fawnhollow and Fawntasia. But what could I rename it to? Because Fawn Academy sounds a lot better than things like, I don't know, Deer Academy or Acadod Deer. It's not like you really put puns in school names. They're normally named after someone. So I guess I could put like Deer's Academy or something. But that just seems a bit vain, if anything. But we'll round off this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscriptions, shares, greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.